said, do something your future self will thank you for. Jumping in as future self, I'm very thankful I decided to cut this watermelon when it's 90 degrees outside, and it's a good one. Welcome back to another recipe video. Today I'm going to share with you what I am meal prepping for the week ahead. I have 3 delicious recipes that I'm about to share with you, including dark chocolate cherry donuts, a spin on an Italian salad, and some little energy bites that are perfect to take with you as a snack, or you can use them as a meal, whichever you would like. So let's jump into the first recipe, which is dark chocolate cherry donuts, and I'll let you know that all the recipes you will find in the description box along with my ebooks. So if you do purchase one or have purchased an ebook in the past, thank you so much. All of the sales of my ebooks go to my local food pantry. So just a huge thank you for allowing me to use my platform to always give back. But like I said, let's jump into the first recipe, which is dark chocolate cherry donuts. What you're going to need for this recipe is 1 cup of almond milk, a 1/4 cup of cocoa, a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, 1 chia egg, 2 cups of oats, 2 ripe bananas, and a cup of frozen cherries. I will make sure to put the recipes in the description box for you so you don't have to memorize them or write them down. But as you can tell, this is a very simple recipe. If you've never done a chia egg before, it's just equal parts water and chia seeds. You could also do a flax egg, which is the same thing, so use whatever you have on hand. You can also add dark chocolate chips to this recipe if you'd like. I tried to find them at the grocery store this past weekend and lucked out on finding vegan chocolate chips near me. So what you're going to do is just kind of add all of your wet ingredients and your bananas together. If you are allergic to bananas, which many of you I know here are because I see a lot of comments about banana allergies, you could use applesauce or you could use pumpkin or even sweet potato, and this would be fine. You just want a sticky starch. Plus, you're also going to add some baking soda and baking powder, which I forgot to add in the original clip, but I made sure that they got snuck in there, but they are in the recipe down below. So all you're going to do is mix all of your ingredients together. In this, you might have to add a little bit more or a little bit more almond milk or oats, just depending on if you're using a banana or applesauce or pumpkin, because everything has a different liquid element. So do keep that in mind once you start mixing, but it will be very, very thick batter. So I went ahead and used my silicone baking dishes. A lot of you I know here have them. I only have the donut ones. I have plans to get the other ones once we move into our new house, but I don't want anything else in my tiny kitchen right now. I will link the ones I have from Amazon down below. I got the 3-piece kit for $10 at one time. Prices do vary, so just check them out if you're interested in them. But this does make 12 donuts. They're super easy to bake and get into the little silicone tins, so that way you don't have to use any oil, any additional oil, and they pop out really easily. So you're going to put them in your little dish, and then you're going to bake them at 350 degrees for about 18 to 22 minutes. You will want to check the firmness of them just kind of by popping one out and seeing how firm it is. But these are a very firm donut. You could also add a glaze to them if you'd like. I just had them like this, and I thought it was perfect to have 2 or 3 every single morning for breakfast. And if your family likes these, you could obviously make them in bigger batches. Like I said, dark chocolate chips would have been fabulous as an addition to this, but I couldn't find it at my local store, so they didn't get added in. But I like using frozen cherries because it gives them a nice pop. For the energy bites, you're going to need 1 banana, 2 cups of oats, some dates, some chia seeds, not a chia egg this time, maple syrup, cocoa, and some cinnamon. So very similar ingredients. I just put all of these into my food processor and then blended them up. I did add a couple tablespoons of nut milk just because the banana wasn't quite as ripe as I wanted, and same with my dates. You could also add a little bit more maple syrup if you wanted to. And then the perfect way to scoop these out is with a cookie scoop, but I couldn't find mine, so I just used a quick spoon. I scooped them out really quickly on a sheet pan, and then I popped them in my refrigerator for an hour. And then after an hour, I took them off the cookie sheet pan and then put them in a storable container to put them back in my refrigerator. Now the fun thing with these is that you could actually bake these into cookies if you like. Just add a little bit of baking soda and baking powder, pop them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 8 to 12 minutes, and instead of an energy bite that's soft and gooey and chewy and sweet, you'll have a cookie that's chewy and sweet, but it'll be a little bit crunchy as well. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1 on this recipe, and I'll make sure to add that to the recipe in the description box below. Alright, so as I am meal prepping, I decided that I wanted to do a few extra things because, as I often like to say, do something today that your future self will thank you for. So as I'm spending time in the kitchen, tidying up, doing other things, I might as well, get at it and spend an extra 10 minutes doing a little extra prep. So let me show you what I'm doing. Like I said, do something your future self will thank you for. Jumping in as future self, I'm very thankful I decided to cut this watermelon when it's 90 degrees outside, and it's a good one. This watermelon was perfect, like literally perfect. I don't think I've ever picked a watermelon so sweet before. My friend Mindy over at See Mindy Mom always jokes that she's the perfect watermelon picker, and I have to say she has won me over. Last year I know I picked a few good ones, but this one was solid. It was so good. I think it was Mindy that had said to pick the ugliest watermelon in the bunch, but also I want to say it's one of my friends here in town that said pick the ugliest and pick the one that's most shaped like a basketball. Whichever. This watermelon was perfect. It was so sweet, so juicy. It didn't last very long. Ate most of it while I was cutting and chopping it. And I really want to do something with the rind. So if you have a recipe for anything to do with the watermelon rind, leave me a recipe down below because I saved it in my refrigerator. I just wrapped it up and I really want to do something with it. I was thinking about doing a watermelon rind coleslaw. I was on Pinterest kind of while I was dinking around in the kitchen. I didn't make anything this day, but I did save it. So let me know if you guys have done anything with the watermelon rind. And of course, you have to clean as you go. Am I right? That's what I'm doing really quickly, but half this watermelon was already gone by the time I filmed it. For this last recipe, like I said, it was an Italian salad, so you're going to need a pound of pasta, your choice, about a cup of black olives, a cup of green olives, and also some Italian dressing. Fun fact, that was not Italian dressing because I grabbed the wrong one out of my refrigerator. So good thing I caught that because that was like a ginger miso dressing. Wouldn't have been good. You can use any Italian dressing that you would like. I just bought a store-bought one. You could make a homemade one if you would like. This would also be really good if you added onions and tomatoes. I didn't have any on hand, but what I did is I actually served this with a huge bed of romaine lettuce as a lunch this week, and it was so delicious. And of course, it's so easy to make, and I hope you try it. I wanted to quickly say thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you make any of these recipes, make sure to tag me over on Instagram at Miranda Running on Plants. Give me a picture of them so I can share them on my Instagram stories. I love when I open the Instagram app and I see all of the direct messages that I have of people that are sharing my recipes over on their Instagram pages. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video on Saturday, which will be a full dinners recipe. So stay tuned. Bye.